Are you tired of aim assist and controller players? Welcome back, gamers. In this video, we're going to walk you through the best strategy in Season 21 to win more games on mouse and keyboard versus those pesky aim assist controller players. Now, for the most part of this video, I will be talking, but in the background, you'll see what we're using. Almost in all 100 games, we stuck to the Mastiff and the PK to see if it could hold up against these havoc using controller playing aim assisters. Now, we know there's a lot of controversy around controller players with aim assist. Well, but MZ, you get both your hands and your arms. Listen, we know that. However, this is not an M&K and controller debate. More or less, I made this video and stuck to 100 games. We're going to go through all the statistics to let you know if you are struggling on M&K, we've got a chance to help get you boosted as soon as possible. Now listen, I know shotguns are not for everybody and the shotgun meta died a long time ago, but I'm here to tell you right now, if you get into the firing range and if you put some more focus on understanding how the PK and the Mastiff hit, you will win a whole lot more trades close range when you typically would lose them. I find myself in the majority of solo queue, high diamond, low platinum. You'll see some games in here on some Smurf accounts because we play with viewers. So if you're a subscriber on YouTube, you can stop at the short, you can stop on the Twitch page and just say, hey MSpeak, can I have a couple carry games? And listen, we'll play with you, okay? But otherwise, for the most of this testing, I did on my main account, which is in Diamond, and these games went significantly better overall. These are the statistics we have. Now, mind you, remember, mouse and keyboard have the high advantage when it comes to the mid and long range fights. Now, we understand that. That's typically always our position. Most of my damage games are relatively high because of that. However, I found myself losing way too many trades. I tried evaluating which guns I was picking up. I tried to swap to different SMGs. I tried to run a flatline as a secondary. However, I just found myself losing every single trade. Sometimes they were very even. Sometimes they were a landslide. At the end of the day, listen, I knew I could do better and I had to find a different way. I know shotguns are not really part of the meta right now. We do have the Havoc, which is extremely strong when it comes to DPS, but I think we can understand the DPS when it comes to the PK. If your aim is better, that you can put out more DPS quicker with the PK landing shots than you can with the Havoc with any other gun. Let's see that guy right there, 108 and boom, 99, okay? You think he liked that? He didn't like that. Listen, I just want to pause this video and say we greatly appreciate all of you that have continued to support this channel. In just under 9 months, we have hit 1,500 subscribers. It means a ton to me. What I will say is some of you sneaky little rats love watching these videos. You like the comments, but then you don't subscribe. How else am I going to get you better at this game? That's all my goal is. And it doesn't cost you $1. And guess what? My birthday's coming up, so give me a present. No, but seriously, I greatly appreciate your time. I always respond to every comment. We play with anybody that responds to these videos. Let me know what I can do to help you increase your skill level at Apex Legends. Now, this isn't so much a tutorial about how to use the PK. What I suggest you doing is either get in the firing range or do what I did and put yourself in around 100 games only using the PK or the Mastiff. I prefer the PK just because you either get the disruptor rounds and you fry a little bit more shield. But if you are on M&K and you find yourself losing these quick, easy trades, pick it up, get your team some additional support. Or guess what? Pick up your Battle Beaver controller. By the way, Battle Beaver's not sponsoring this video because we're on M&K. Where's our sponsors for M&K? Where do they exist? I don't see them. This seems like a really long intro, but let's go into the DPS on the PK right now so we can better understand why this gun is so extremely strong and way undervalued. So as you can see on the screen here, the PK gets 4 attachment spots. If you put an optic on here, you're crazy. You have the shotgun bolt, which increases the reload time. We have an example here at the end. We have the stock for better handling. Then the disruptor round, which does 25% more damage to shielded enemies. The Peacekeeper does shoot 11 pellets at one time, so your ability to get headshots is much easier. You can see here on the screen the multiplier and the damage and how many bursts it takes to kill people with specific amounts of HP. This means if you're practicing, you're able to get more headshots more frequently. With a 2.5 second reload time, you could kill someone in just under 5 seconds. See this? That's pretty quick. We didn't talk about specific legends, but if you play someone or enjoy someone like Mad Maggie and you are able to get the perk on reload shotgun on Nox, I think Gibby also has it, you have the ability just to continue shooting this thing. As far as when it comes to ADS and hip fire, it's really just got to be situational for you. The damage we tested in the firing range was a difference between 10 and 15 damage, but if you're going to whiff a shot, to be fair, 9 times out of 10, that extra shot isn't doing much. So hip firing is usually pretty good. If you know someone is close to turning a corner, I think it's fine to ADS it. It does, however, make the noise of it charging, so you've got to take that as a risk, whether you decide you want to do that or not. What I will say about playing with the shotgun for 100 games, how it really did change my mentality, was I felt way more comfortable taking fights really close range than I have in the past. As I said, I mainly solo queue, so I'm never quite sure if my teammates are on a roller and whether they're going to be very aggressive and consistent close range. So I was always quite hesitant on taking a bunch of quick early fights because I found myself losing the majority of those trades. So those of you that are the M&K players that whine way too much about controller, some of the facts behind improving what you can control is very important here. I could sit back and continue to complain about aim assist. However, I could pick up a shotgun and try to make some serious improvements on my gameplay. Not only does it change my outcome of games, I'm winning more fights, winning more trades. However, I'm finding myself more confident in taking fights I typically would have risked to take. The reason I've made this video is in these games, I'm rarely ever finding someone trading me with shotguns. Now, I'm not entirely involved in the controller community. I don't know if the shotgun is kind of meta. I really couldn't tell you. I will say, however, I don't see many M&K players using this consistently. I think outside of solos, you really don't see a whole lot of shotgun play. You will see the Mastiff a little bit more because there is a little less of a penalty if you miss a shot. It still does some pretty heavy damage. The reason we focus so heavily on the PK was I really wanted to improve my consistent aim. It does have a slight delay feel and when the shot hits, so it does take a little bit of practice, but I found myself very quickly, maybe between the 50 to 100 game mark, hitting shots way more consistently. Now, I'm not saying we didn't whiff any. We whiffed plenty of shots. Okay, ready? Watch this. But seriously, it does happen. But with practice, like anything else, it does become easier over time to understand how the recoil feels with it, understand the damage, and really, I have no other words to say other than I'm surprised there are more people not using the shotgun right now than there are. I know the Havoc's still going to be a fan favorite just because of the amount of DPS and the fire rate with the turbocharger, but that's all subjective in how you really like your playstyle to be. So listen, we let you in on a couple of tips. What I want to see in this video, we may do a giveaway for this, but if you give yourself the 100 game challenge with a PK, provide me some feedback on where your rank grows, what your KD looks like, etc. I think you will be pleasantly surprised after you learn exactly how to shoot this gun much better, how much more often you're winning the trades close range. So listen, I appreciate you watching this video more than you know. I hope it increases your rank tenfold. And do not forget to like and subscribe because every weekend we are dropping tips and videos on how for you to improve and keeping you updated on all the game changes so you can rank up. Well, that being said, share this video to all your M&K friends. Let them rank up with you. And guess what? We'll see you back here. We'll see you back here next Sunday. Don't forget, I'll be here. I want to see you too.